Hello my friends, welcome to Grovely Woods. Today we're doing a time-lapse test on the Nikon Z6 Mark III, and I want to talk through what I'm doing and why. So as you can see here, we have the cathedral at 150mm. I'm going to set this as if you were taking a photograph. I always like to stop down a little bit as well, so I can drag my shutter a little bit. So one thing you need to be careful of is if you're not on a sturdy tripod, you need to make sure that you don't have your shutter speed too quick, because it will introduce blur. Then of course, double check you're actually in focus and you're happy with the framing. Then make sure that your lens is switched to manual focus, that I'm doing here. So on my camera I have peaking, which is the red bit you can see here. And then I'm going to have to eyeball the framing, and it doesn't matter too much because I'm shooting 6K images. I will be able to reframe later. So this is the frame we're actually going to capture. I'm going to come up a bit so I get a little bit more clouds, because there's not that much movement. Because there's a kind of layered cloud layer, I'm actually going to go to 150mm for this. And that is going to mean I'm going to have to stop down a little bit. So we're going to bring our shutter down to a 1/13 of a second, lowest ISO we can go. And then photo shooting mode. Set my camera onto manual focus. Interval shooting timer, so it's going to know what the time is. Now for something like this, the clouds are moving pretty okay-ish, so we're going to go for about 3 seconds interval. This camera gives me the option to set this into a new folder, so I'm going to do that so I don't have to hunt through a bunch of images. And then you can set how many images you want it to take. So this depends on what your deliverable is. Normally for something like this, I'll do 480 also, as you can see here. The 8th of December at 10:30. And it's going to take 480 frames. Make sure your tripod, especially when you're specifically shooting something like this, that your lens and your tripod are locked so they can't move around. Your lens is on autofocus. You pre-focused on infinity, which I can show you here. There we go. Always double check your focus before you press go. I recommend doing this in less windy conditions because it will move even a heavy duty tripod around. My horizon isn't perfect, so I'm just going to fix that. So I've just taken a test shot of the frame I want to use, and then I'm going to set it to go. So on this camera you go to menu, interval shooting timer. This camera does support time-lapse video where it will actually stitch the video for you as well. Personally, I found I prefer to do it in post-production. So we're then going to just hit the start button. So I will insert this time-lapse here, but that's my time-lapse workflow. I'm going to do a few more, a couple of wider ones over this side as well, as we've got some nice cloud movement. Potentially for the second Grovely film that I might be doing. We might end up using these, but I also wanted to test the Nikon Z6 Mark III as a time-lapse camera. So thank you ever so much for coming back and joining me once again. If you did enjoy this video and you would like to hear more about how time-lapses can be shot or how photography can be used on this camera in general, then I'd love to hear you think in the comment section down below. Leave this video with a like and be subscribed to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you very, very soon.